Once upon a time, in the heart of Whispering Glade, there lived a little chameleon named Cleo. Cleo loved two things more than anything else in the world: being with her family and showing off her beautiful rainbow scales. She would shimmer and shine in all colors of the rainbow, yellow like the sun, green like the trees, blue like the sky, and red like the berries she loved to eat. One day it was announced that the annual Forest Festival was going to be held in Whispering Glade, and Cleo could unwait to show off her dazzling scales to all of her friends. The night before the festival, Cleo went to bed early, dreaming of all the fun she would have the next day. But when she woke up, her scales were white. Not just a little white, completely white. Cleo panicked. She wiggled and jiggled, but her scales stayed white. She tried eating her favorite red berries, but they didn't turn her scales red either. And it was almost time for the festival. Cleo sighed sadly. If her scales weren't colorful, nobody would want to be her friend. And as she walked out of her house, her mom stopped her. "What's wrong, Cleo? You look like you've lost your sparkle." "I have, Mama," Cleo said, sniveling. "I can't seem to get my colors back. And it's almost time for the festival. What am I gonna do?" Mama Chameleon put a comforting hand on Cleo's shoulder. "You'll have to go to the legendary color fountain and ask its magic to restore your hues. But it's very far away, and you don't know the way." Cleo hesitated. She wasn't sure if she could do it. She was afraid, but she had no choice. If she wanted to be colorful again, she took a deep breath and started walking towards the edge of the forest. Cleo walked for hours. She crossed babbling brooks and tall mountains, but still she couldn't find the color fountain. And now she was scared. She had never been this far away from home all by herself. Suddenly, she heard a loud squawk, and she froze. It was the biggest bird she had ever seen, with brilliant blue feathers. It swooped down from above and asked, "Well, hello there. Can you help me find the legendary color fountain?" Cleo asked hopefully. "I'm looking for it too. Want to come with me?" The bird ruffled his feathers and said proudly, "Of course. I'm Percy the parrot, and I can fly us right over there in no time." Cleo smiled and climbed onto Percy's back. Then he spread his wings and flew up into the sky. As they soared through the clouds, Cleo noticed something strange. Percy's beautiful blue feathers were starting to fade and become dull. "Are you all right, Percy?" Cleo asked, noticing that his feathers were becoming gray. "I used to be the brightest blue, but I got caught in a rainstorm recently and my feathers lost their color. Do you think the color fountain will be able to fix them?" Cleo asked. "Of course, it'll fix your feathers. I bet it'll make them even brighter than before, just like it will make mine." As they approached the forest, Cleo slid off Percy's back and thanked him for helping her. Then she ran towards the color fountain, but suddenly she heard a tiny voice. Excuse me, but are you going to the color fountain?" Cleo turned around and saw the most beautiful ladybug she had ever seen. Her black shell glistened with 12 red dots, but one of the dots was a dull yellow. "Yes, I'm going to the color fountain," Cleo replied. "Will you come with me?" "I'd love some company." The ladybug smiled and said, "Sure, I'm Lucy the ladybug, and if we hurry, we might be able to get there before dark." Cleo and Lucy walked through the trees, chatting about everything and nothing until they reached a clearing, and in the middle stood the most magnificent fountain Cleo had ever seen. It sparkled with all the colors of the rainbow, and as they approached, Cleo noticed something. Some animals were already there, and they looked happy. The squirrel had regained his bushy tail, the rabbit had gotten his fluffy cotton tail back, and the fox had his clever orange fur once more. It worked. The color fountain restored their colors, but then Lucy stopped. She looked sad. "What's wrong, Lucy?" Cleo asked. "My shell isn't as shiny as the others. I'm afraid the color fountain won't be able to fix it." Cleo put a comforting hand on Lucy's shoulder and said, "Don't worry, Lucy. We'll figure it out." So Cleo walked up to the color fountain and dipped her toe in the water. Nothing happened. She dipped her toe in again. Still nothing. "It's not working," she whispered, tears welling up in her eyes. Then Lucy said, "Cleo, if you really want to regain your colors, you need to believe in the magic of friendship. Only true and loyal friends can restore each other's colors." Cleo thought about what Lucy had said. She realized that she made it to the color fountain because of Percy and Lucy. They helped her and supported her the whole way. Just seeing how happy they were to be with each other made Cleo feel warm inside. And at that moment, she understood the magic of friendship. As she took another step towards the color fountain, her scales began to glimmer. At first, they were just a little shiny. Then more and more, until finally she was shining with all the colors of the rainbow. Cleo twirled around, so happy to have her colors back. But then she saw something amazing. Lucy's shell was glowing, too. First, it was just a little sparkly, then more and more, until finally Lucy was shining brilliantly in the sunlight. Cleo hugged her friend tightly. "Thank you, Lucy. I couldn't have done it without you." Lucy smiled and said, "No, thank you, Cleo. It was your belief in our friendship that brought back both our colors." Then Cleo and Lucy raced over to where Percy was waiting, and when he saw Cleo and Lucy running towards him, his gray feathers started to shine blue again. All three friends were so happy to have their colors back. They played in the sparkling water of the color fountain until it was time to go home. When Cleo returned to the forest, all the animals cheered. Her scales were shining brighter than ever before, and when she shimmered them in different colors, the whole forest sparkled along with her. Cleo had never felt so happy. She learned that true friends help each other, and nothing, not even a colorless morning, can take away their bond. That night, Cleo, Lucy, and Percy snuggled together, dreaming of all the fun they would have at the forest festival the next day. Together, their colors shone brightly, reminding them of the magic of friendship and the joy of being true to yourself. The end. Hey, did you enjoy this story? If you did, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We also have lots of other fun kids stories, so click the subscribe button so you never miss an exciting adventure. Thanks for watching